Y'all understand what we are doing, brother?
Since you don't got any questions.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28.
God ain't evil. Our God ain't a certain race.
How much y'all blessed? Hey man, we out here for our people, man. We are the Battle Axes of the Most High.
We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the Battle Axes, God's weapons of war. We won a lot of battles, but there's more in store. If you're gonna be a soldier, know what you're fighting for. We the Battle Axes, God's weapons.
We look up to today. Today we think, you know what, if I vote, that's gonna make the difference. Today we think, you know what, education is gonna make the difference. Today we think, you know what, the good job is gonna make the difference. But really, if we come back to who we truly are, and we live according to these laws, statutes, and commandments, then we'll understand that who we really are supposed to be is who? Who are we again?
Ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
And all of us are the children of the Most High. So we're supposed to act accordingly. We're supposed to teach accordingly. We're supposed to walk accordingly.
That's right.
And right now what we do is, we get a little job or a little education and we think we're on high. And then we have the right to point down or punch down at our people. We think that because I have a better job or I have a better house, I live in a better neighborhood, that we've escaped these things. This is why you hear some of our more successful people, our celebrities say, well, I don't see racism. Or I'm not black anymore, I'm OJ. We say foolish things like that. But then when we come into that judicial system, we immediately want to fall back on our people.
That's right.
When we go before that judge, we immediately, what we do? We all want to pray. God, if you get me out of this one, right?
Come on.
We doing that.
Verse 7. But ye shall die like men.
See, we dying like men out here. We are the gods of this earth and we dying like men.
That's right.
How are we dying? Drug abuse, alcoholism, what? Violence against our own nation of people.
That's right.
These are the things that is holding us back. These are the things that's holding us down.
Right.
These are the things that are putting us in a state of being a base people. When we are the children of God, we are the highest people, the most righteous people. You've never met a people or never seen a people who try to love their oppressor the way we do. You've never seen a people or met a people or come across people who want to be accepted by the oppressor, by the person who's killing them, by the person who's been deceiving them the way we do.
That's right.
We have the heart of God within us.
That's right.
And this is why we stand up right here before you today on this wonderful, wonderful, sunny, glorious Sabbath day.
That's right.
Bring you the truth right now.
That's right.
Read that part one more time for me, huh?
But ye shall die like men.
We shall die like men. And look at us right now. We're down at the train station, laying around on the track, on the benches, half drunk, high, just wandering about. Why is this? Why are we in this state? Give me Deuteronomy 28:15.
Wait, come on.
The problem is we don't want to hear these things. But this is the issue. Ready?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verse 15.
28:15. Hey family, y'all want to hear the word of the Most High? Y'all come hear this, it'll edify y'all. It'll heal y'all. It'll enlighten your mind and your spirit.
That's right. That's what? It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. Bring it out! It shall come to pass.
So he says, but it shall come to pass. Meaning this is going to happen.
That's right.
It shall come to pass. It's going to happen. Not it might happen. It shall happen. Brother, you want to hear this good word? It'll heal you, brother.
That's right.
It'll help you, brother.
That's right. If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Lord thy God.
So he says here, we don't listen to him. The word hearken means to listen. And the problem is what we do is we go and deal with religion. And so you find your preachers and your pastors and your ministers, your deacons, even your grandmothers and grandfathers, they tell you, well, the Lord is all love. The Lord is this, or the Lord is that. But they don't never open this Bible up and tell you what it is. Right here, he's telling you. But if you don't hearken unto these words, what's going to happen, huh?
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So if you don't listen to observe and do all the commandments. If I ask any of you right now, I said, can any of you tell me about the 10 commandments? You might tell me what? don't steal, don't kill. But no one ever mentions the Sabbath day.
That's right.
Today is the Sabbath day.
That's right.
How many of you are going to work? How many of you are coming home from work? How many of you are going to buy lunch right now? How many of you are going to buy something for your loved one? Well, today is not the day for that. Today is the day of the Lord. We're supposed to rest. We're supposed to take these scriptures and meditate on these things.
That's right.
Read on that.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day,
Read on that.
that all these curses shall come upon thee.
So he says if we don't observe this Sabbath day, that all these curses shall come upon thee. Brother, you want to come hear this word? It's for you, brother. It's not for everybody. It's for you too.
That's right.
It's for you.
That's right.
It's written to and for you, brother. The Most High is speaking to you. Go ahead, just listen while you walk. When you come back around, I expect to see you though. Read.
These curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So there will be curses that will be put upon us, and they'll overtake us.
That's right.
What does that mean? Well, what that means is that we're in a constant state. They call them generational curses, right?
That's right.
It's generational because your father might have struggled with alcoholism. And then when you become of age and you can go buy a drink, you do what? You drink yourself into becoming an alcoholic. And then you have a seed. And your seed does the same thing. It's generational and it goes on and on.
That's right.
We have a generational curse of poverty amongst the blacks and Latinos.
That's right.
Where I'm from, there are projects all over the place.
That's right.
And guess who never lives there? But guess who does live there? It's easy to see. The people you see up here with me, we the people who live in the projects. We the people who live in the boroughs. We the people who live in the wards. It's nobody else. You don't see the Chinese or the Japanese man. You don't see a white man. You don't see the Jews. Guess what? You don't see African people in those places.
That's right.
That's right.
You see us, the people, the so-called African American, the so-called Hispanic, right? Read on, huh?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Oh, wait, cursed shalt thou be in the city of Dallas, the city of Los Angeles,
That's right.
Chicago,
That's
Detroit, right? All these places, think about it. These places have had the highest rate of murder, the highest rate of crime, the highest rate of poverty, the highest rate of unemployment. This is a curse in our city.
That's right.
If you pay attention to the statistics, a black man with the same education as a white man still gets paid less than that white man.
That's right.
This is a fact. We got to do something about this. And our only solution is this. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 281. Our solution is coming into these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Read that for me.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So right here he's saying if we will hearken, when we do listen diligently. So you can't half-ass it, y'all. Don't think that, you know what, yeah, I don't steal and I don't kill, but I don't really deal with that Sabbath issue. No, he's saying diligently. That means to go out and seek everything.
That's right.
Brother, you want to come hear this word? It's for you, brother. It's only righteousness. It's only goodness. If I had some scheme for you to get money, you'll be down with me. All right. Read on.
Thy God to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
So we observe to do all these commandments that the Most High is commanding us back in these days. Even he's commanding us right now. While I'm holding this mic and I'm spitting these words out to you, don't let them fall on deaf ears. Don't let them fall on deaf ears. Take this in. Digest it. Understand that the law, statutes, and commandments of God is not for religious purpose. It's for us to live a righteous and full life. Read.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Wait, he gonna set us on what?
Above all nations of the earth.
Black people, y'all should hear this. Y'all just heard how y'all should be set on high above all nations of the earth. But it's a contingency. We got to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments. So above all nations of the earth, read.
And all these blessings shall come on thee.
So all these blessings shall come upon us. What are these blessings? We're going to be blessed in the city, blessed in the field, Blessed are store baskets. We don't even understand when we read these things, we read it as if we're reading Shakespeare. But what you're doing is you got to translate some of this.
That's right.
And your store baskets, he's talking about your banks.
That's right.
This is why financially we're in a hole and we can't get out. Because the Most High make rich, the Most High make poor.
Break it out, huh?
The reason that we're in this is, as we read previously in Deuteronomy 28:15, is because we won't hearken. Give me that, Deuteronomy 28:46.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46.
Break it out.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder.
So the brother read earlier, just the two previous scriptures, he read Deuteronomy 28, how these curses shall be upon us. Well, this brother just read how these things will be upon us for a sign and a wonder.
Break it out.
Black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman.
Break it out.
These things are for you when you wonder, why are we always the ones who getting shot down by the police? Why are we constantly in poverty? Why is it does it not matter, no matter what our educational status is, PhD, master's degree, guess what? We still get paid less. We still have the hardest time finding employment. Well, because these curses are going to constantly pursue us. Read on, huh?
Break it out.
And upon thy seed forever.
So it's going to be upon you and your seed. Your seed is your children.
That's right.
And this is why it's called a generational curse. Because it'll be upon you, and then your seed, and then their seed after that. And it's going to continue to go on for how long?
Forever.
Read on, huh?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
Stop. Now you see the key word in these words that he just spoke was because thou serve not the Lord thy God. See, it's a reason why. He ain't just doing it. We're not just going through it. It's not because of the color of our skin. So for all you out there who feel like, oh, you teaching racism or you're teaching hate, I haven't read anything about color. What I've read is that we don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And so these curses are now upon us. Read on.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
With what?
And with gladness of heart.
Because, wait, start that over. Because of what?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
See, right now, as I'm bringing it out, so I can see the smirks on your face. As soon as I said something about today being the Sabbath day and not working and not buying and not selling.
Break it out.
What happens? You look at me and you don't want to hear these words anymore.
Well, come
but
on.
the problem is that, as a matter of fact, that's the problem. Is we don't want to hear these words.
That's right.
Because we don't serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart.
That's right.
So when we say, you know what, today is the Sabbath day. You say, man, Saturday, that's the day I get with all the homies, right? Or the club cracker on Friday night. Or, you know what, you find every excuse. My job offered me overtime. Man, the Most High is telling you, you need to have Saturday off, and that's holy unto him.
That's right.
And we have a problem with that.
That's right.
We smirk at that.
Teach us.
We shrug our shoulders at that.
Teach 'em
Wave our hands at that. Read on, huh?
For the abundance of all things.
See, we don't appreciate the abundance of all the things that the Most High has given us.
Right.
When we were on top of our game, we were a nation that the things that people mention in their storybooks can't even compare to who and what we were.
That's good.
Those storybooks were made after our stories.
That's right.
They're historical stories.
That's right.
Read on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So when you deal with this, please understand that the Most High is going to send us into servitude to our enemies. You know what's crazy? Is we go into servitude with our enemies every day. They give us a couple of pennies, and then we run off happy. You know what? Hey man, I make $15 an hour. I make 20, man, that's chump change to what they make.
That's right.
The people who sign your checks make so much more money than you do, and you don't even consider it because you're happy with the pennies that they give you. You're happy that you live in the slums that you live in because you don't understand that the Most High will bless us in abundance of all things only if we come back to these commandments.
That's right.
If we diligently do them. Read on, huh?
which the law shall sin against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
And in want of what?
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Guess what? When we go buy property, I know a lot of us say, well, I own a house. I own my house. Do you own the house? You own the house that's on the property.
That's right.
You don't own the property itself.
That's right.
Who owns that property?
That's right.
When you go to Walmart or you go to, what's the other markets out here? I know in Los Angeles we have Food for Less. Who owns those markets? Who are the farmers that we go get that produce from? Right? Those people are considered our enemies according to the scriptures. Right? And we're in servitude. How many of you out here have or are currently working for Walmart? You're working for your enemy right now. How many of you work at the mall? You know what? You may work at Foot Locker. You may work at the Gap. Well, how many black people you think own any of those Gaps? Walmart, Foot Lockers, Arrowhead, Water, any of that? We don't. But in one of all things will we go in servitude to our enemies. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Hold that. We got a visual on that? Of the yoke of iron?
Check it out, huh?
Look at this. Look at this sign. Look at the shackles around this man's neck. The yoke of iron upon this man's neck.
Bring it out, huh?
They put this on our neck during our servitude.
That's
slavery, right? Bondage, right?
That's right.
Well, understand that you didn't just go through this thing just because of the color of your skin. You went through this because the Most High put this upon us.
That's what you gon' get with that war. Jeremiah 51 and 20. Battle axes, God's weapons of war. We them battle axes, God's weapons of war.
We on the corner and we ready for war. And I know you ain't seen nothing like this before. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war. We the battle axes, God's weapons of war.